Howdy, Space Rangers, Captain Phoenix here. Okay, so crazy story before I start the actual video. So Flash season 6, as you all know, recently ended prematurely. I'll get into why that is. But before that, let me tell you, so last week I actually saw the ending to Flash season 6. However, I thought there was gonna be another episode, right? So I waited another week to see the final episode of season 6. I thought the finale was gonna come this week. Then I find out that oops, the finale actually came out last week. The finale of season 6 came out last week, and I actually ended up watching the finale, and I thought there was going to be another one this week. So that's why I didn't post my review last week, because I thought this week is when the finale would come out, and I would do my review on it. And turns out I was wrong. Finale came out, and I am a big goofball. So sorry. Anywho's, forgive that goof, and let me actually give you the review of Flash season 6. Before I actually talk about Flash season 6 itself, might as well give you the story as to how it ended prematurely. So, as you know, we are in a very bad time in this world. We have online classes, the horror. Oh! Aside from that, I'm fine. I haven't gotten any Schmigaliga viruses. But as you know, the world is in a bad time, and we have the Schmigaliga virus. Therefore, because of the Schmigaliga virus, Flash season 6 and basically all the Arrowverse shows got cancelled. I do have a bit of a gripe with this because I hate it when you are releasing episodes of a season and at the same time you are shooting and producing more episodes as your episodes are being released. I'm just like, make the whole season, produce the season first, then make more episodes afterwards. Once you're done with the season, make the next season. In terms of Flash, make season 5 first, then make season 6. But no, what happened was they were making season 6 as they were airing season 6. And this is the same for all Arrowverse shows. Again, I hate this. I feel like you should do your work first before you start presenting it. I really hate it. I just have a gripe with that, but that's my own opinion. Anyways, let me get into what happened. So because of the Schmigaliga virus, the Flash season 6 was originally meant to have 22 episodes. However, because of today's times, the season got cut down to 19 episodes, meaning the final 3 episodes were cut out and we were only given 19 episodes. This is again the same with all Arrowverse shows, including other shows such as Riverdale. I don't watch Riverdale, I just found that out. So Riverdale was supposed to get 22, however it got cut down to 19. Same thing for Flash, Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow. I'm pretty sure they finished their season ahead of time, so they're fine. Batwoman at the same time also finished. Never got a chance to finish her season, so there you go. Stargirl just started producing its first few episodes, so it won't be long before they have to go on a long hiatus before they produce the next season or continue on with their original season. Start producing again with the episodes because of our times. So, anyways, Flash got cut down 3 episodes, and they have to start again. Because of that, we got 19 episodes. Therefore, I saw episode 19 last week, and I got to see the ending of Flash. So, into the review. Sorry it took so long. I just need to give you guys some background. What did I think of it? If I was to sum it up into 2 words, it would be boring, disappointing. Those would be the 2 words I could categorize this season into. First of all, it's boring because every episode is just so dull. There's barely anything that goes on in there. And what's so wrong with this is that probably 2 episodes down the line, okay, let's say in 1 episode they say a line, right? 2 episodes down the line, the entire plot of that episode will be that one line said in the previous episode. Meaning you have to sit through the entire episode to hear that one line before it becomes relevant. I honestly wished I could have skipped some episodes. Some of them were just so long to do. This season was a chore to sit through. It was a chore to watch. I couldn't. Now that's not to say the entire season was bad. There were some good things here and there. However, again, some of the new elements the season presented just kind of like they either went nowhere and were kind of like saving them for season 7, or they just got rushed over too quick. Again, I understand because of circumstances they had to end the season early, but even if we got the full 22 episodes, nothing was gonna save this season. I remember back when episode 17 came out, I was kind of like, okay, let's hope the last 5 episodes can save this season. Turns out I was so wrong. Nothing can save this season. Okay, let me get into what the season's about. It's about this new we have two main villains this season. We have Bloodwork and we have Eva, who I'm just gonna call uh, mirror woman, because that's basically her power. She just controls mirrors. So let's start with Bloodwalk because he's the first villain. So, as you all know, for every Arrowverse show that's entering their newest season, we have the build up to Crisis on Infinite Earths. And because we have that, we have to deal with a villain who came early on in the season before we get to Crisis. By the way, I will not be counting Crisis as part of this review because A, it's just so good, and B, it's more of like a multi series. It's more of like a multi series show event. It's more of a crossover of different shows event than one show being the main focus. So I can't count it. Therefore, I'm just gonna talk about everything except Crisis. So, and you already, if you want to know my Crisis review, go back and watch it. Regardless, so what happened is, Bloodwalk is this meta who can control blood, as you know, and he's the main villain before Crisis. They defeat him relatively easy. I mean, I really like his story. It was very short and such. For the first part of this season, it was really good. I liked Barry's arc especially, where he's so depressed, where he's sad, where he's actually scared for everyone in his life. He's terrified for them, and he's terrified that he's gonna have to make the decision to sacrifice himself in the crisis. He's actually he's going through all motions. He's actually scared that within a few weeks he will have to sacrifice himself. He will have to fight for the fate of the multiverse in the crisis. And there's something about that I really love, and it was good. The first episode circled around Barry and Iris's loss of Nora, their daughter from season 5. And I have to say it was a very nice one, though they never mention her again later in the season. They mention her like maybe once, and that was when fake Iris is yelling at Barry. But overall, they get over the loss of Nora pretty quickly, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll get her back." And I'm like, okay. We have a black hole meta who was pretty cool. I liked Chester; he was awesome. Shame we didn't get to see more of him. And that was it for the first episode. Oh, we got to see Godspeed. Now, I hate Godspeed. For one, I am glad we get another speedster villain. It's been a while. The problem with Godspeed is, we start off, he was introduced in season 5, and then he's introduced in episode 1 of the season, right? We know nothing about him. Apparently, there are 4 Godspeeds. He comes back in a later episode where Barry has to face Godspeed again, now except this time with less speed, and we still don't know much about him. This Godspeed is just like the others, though they explain why the others were all screaming every time they were captured by Barry. It turns out the other Godspeeds were all what's this, droids. Every Godspeed that Barry has encountered be previously has been a droid, and apparently there's only one real Godspeed who isn't a droid, and there's apparently a real speedster, but he wants to steal speed from other people. So every Godspeed Barry has encountered is a droid, and they only explain this, mind you, after the second half of the season. For most of the season, you're wondering who Godspeed is, and they only mention him in 2 episodes of the entire season. Mind you, again, some of the episodes of this season don't even feel like they belong in this season. We have an episode with Gorilla Grodd where Barry goes into the mind of Grodd. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And like he and Grodd merge bodies to form a speedster gorilla. And I'm like, this is really cool. I kind of like that. Problem is, it doesn't feel like an episode from this season. It feels like an episode from season 4. Since season 4 was all about the mind and thinking and such. The main villain was literally a mind villain. We even have another episode where we have a mind battle with Eobard. Instead of a race between Barry and Eobard, or a fight between them, a speed fight, they go inside the mind of the new Wells, Nash Wells, and try and fight Eobard from there. So they go inside Nash Wells' mind and they fight Eobard from there. Again, this is a plot that could have been used in season 4. Do you know how Barry fought Eobard in season 4? In the Crisis on Earth X. It just, some of these episodes don't even feel like they belong in this season. On top of that, yeah, I forgot to mention, we have a new Wells this season. His name is Nash Wells. On my ranking of all the Wells, he is easily the weakest. It's Nash at the bottom, Sherlock over there, Earth 2 Harry, Eobard Harry, and then HR. HR is just the best Wells to me. It's so sad he died. So we have Nash Wells. He is, in all honesty, the weakest Wells to me. I don't know. There's just something about his character I'm not into. Whether it's that he's too mysterious, whether it's just that we don't get enough time to connect with him, whether it's all of a sudden he's pariah. I don't know. I just do not click well with this Nash. And the fact that he's a doppelganger father of one of the characters in this universe, it's so weird. Again, I do not like how none of the characters know that the Infinite Earths are still around. It's just that they have to find a way to access them in a different way. I'm not a big fan of everyone thinking that the multiverse is broken when really it's still there. It kind of irks me, but then again, that's for future seasons. Regardless, to talk about the finale of the season because that's what really just dove me over the edge. So for the finale, here's how the finale is. The heroes and villains are fighting in a red room where the villains are clearly superior. Because look at the heroes. The only capable one is Ralph. Caitlyn isn't there. We have a UV ray girl who uses stone. Cool. And Nash has gadgets. That's all they have. Barry doesn't even have his speed. Oh yeah, forgot to mention his speed force died in this season, meaning that for most of the season, Barry isn't allowed to run. He's not allowed to use his speed. Meaning that when he does use his speed, it's like a rare event. It's an occasion. Gosh, this season has broken so many things. So we have the final fight where they're supposed to protect this dude from his psycho wife. Spoiler alert, his psycho wife kills him. Then she ends the season saying, oh yeah, Team Flash will be defeated by me. Then Barry's like, no, 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 we're gonna come after you. And so Barry gets a mirror struck through his chest. Poor guy, he cannot catch a break, and it kills whatever his name was. Was it Henry? I forgot his name. And so Eva gets to walk off scot free with her gang of misfits. By the way, her gang of misfits are all light based people. This series' main villain is light matter. So we have people like Sunshine, Ultraviolet. What's your Mirror Woman? Yeah, not Mirror Man this time. Ooh, surprising new twist. Iris gets trapped in the mirror for majority of the season, and then she disappears at the end. Very cool cliffhanger. I'll give you that. And that's where the season ends. After the fight in the red room, that's it. The season is over. Barry's like, oh yeah, Eva's gonna see us. She doesn't know what we have. And Iris, we're coming to rescue Iris. And then the season ends with Iris sort of like disappearing and becoming one with the mirror while she tries to rescue Camilla and Captain Singh. Again, you only know what I'm talking about unless you've watched the actual season. I am having no passion for no one who's watched this season. You know why? I don't want you to watch this season. So, final thoughts. What do I think? Again, I understand why we couldn't have 22 episodes. But at the same time, this feels like a very shoddy cleanup, build up to season 7. Like you end the season with a to be continued. So season 7 will begin most likely right after season 6 and they'll try and wrap up everything. Usually the seasons try and start like 6 months after they began. This happens with most Flash seasons. So for season 7 what they're going to do is they're going to wrap up everything from season 6. Then they're going to jump 6 months into the future for something. Or maybe they'll still have season 7 6 months in the future. Who knows? Then again, the cliffhanger was pretty good. I liked the cliffhanger. I liked how he ended things. I am not happy that Barry did not get his speed back at the end of the season. That really pissed me off. Like, at the very least, enter season 7 something. And as if it wasn't clear enough, I believe Godspeed will be the main villain of season 7. If he isn't, that's a lot of build up for bullcrap then. Eobard better come back with a full body, and that's those are all my thoughts on season 7. That's literally all my expectations for season 7. As of season 6, the final fight was okay. It was a bit more climactic than the other fights for sure. Um, Barry's suit was fine. What else can I say about season 6? The action is okay. I like the settings. It does look a bit more updated. However, again, this season is really boring. You're gonna have to sit through a lot of boring crap to get to the end. Again, season 5 was boring, but at least it had some good ideas. At least some episodes were fun. With this season, I can name maybe 2 that were fun, excluding Crisis. It's just season 5 had some good ideas. I like the season where he and Nora traveled back to different time periods of Barry's life. I liked the finale. I liked the final episode. I like literally anything to do with Barry and Nora in season 5. Those two had great chemistry. In this season, we get Mirror Iris. It really angers me. I know for some people this is like good news. This is like, they're like, stop being too hard on this season. But in my opinion, season 6 is by far the biggest letdown I've ever seen. I'm not gonna stop watching the show. I'm gonna keep watching it, but like, 5 was a bit boring, but it wasn't disappointing. Some episodes exceeded my expectations. I really thought I was in for a long ride, but turns out 5 wasn't as bad. I expected 6 to be better, but right off the bat, I could tell something was wrong. And that's why season 6 is both disappointing and boring. It's boring because of all the stuff you have to walk through, and it's disappointing because I thought we were going to get a better season after 5. I thought we were going to do better after 5. But season 6 is disappointing because it's even worse than 5. I just final thoughts. Watch season 6 if you want to. I mean, yeah, you're gonna be wasting some time, but at the very least, it's still Flash. So at the end of the day, you won't go home, you know, depressed. But at the same time, it is so much worse than when it started out. My goodness, like it's disappointing and boring. How do you score two at once? This season is, in case you didn't know, automatically the worst Flash season of them all. And I pray season 7 is so much better. Season 7 better be a return to form. Season 5 tried, it failed. 2 tried, it failed. 6 almost kind of tried, but it still failed. Any Flash season that wants to do a return to form just automatically fails. That's what I see now. Regardless, my final thoughts. Season 6, it looks good. I really like the style. The choreography, not the choreography. Yeah, the choreography, the look. The feel, the better graph, the better feel and look of it all. I like the look of the season. I like the characters. I feel like the character drama here has been up to 100. I really love the drama in the season. It's really good. Otherwise, the story itself is falls flat on its face. Like the story, this is something that Barry could solve easily. This is not a story meant to be put in a Flash season. Um, the characters again are good. I like the drama they get into. The look of the season is fine, but the story and the writing, oh God, they need help. Oh please, season 7, I beg of you, be better. So those are my thoughts on season 6, guys. Out of 10, I'll give it 3, maybe 4 out of 10. Yeah, most likely I don't even know. Based on what I've said, I'll give it a 4 out of 10. It's still Flash at the end of the day, so it's not as bad, but yeah, I think a 3 out of 10 might be too low for it. So I'll give this season a 4 out of 10. In case you want to know what my ranking of the Flash seasons are, season 6 is at the bottom, automatically the worst season. Followed by 5, not so bad, just could be better. Followed by, no, followed by 2, sorry, 2. I do not like 2. I do have no idea why everyone loves 2. Everyone loves season 2. They're like, oh, it's the best Flash season. Oh, every season after 2 is a bad one. I'm like, guys, season 2 is like one of the worst. It has no originality in it except for the multiverse. That is literally it. Zoom is just another copy of your bad thought. So 6 at the bottom, followed by 2, followed by 5. 5 was a bit boring, but at the very least, it had some good ideas, and I like how some of those ideas were executed. Followed by 3, I'm one of those people who actually like 3, especially like the first half. I loved HR. I can't see the flaws that people point out, but in honesty, I don't really consider 3 to be a bad one. It's not as dark as people are expecting. There is a lot of drama, I will give it that. And yeah, followed by 1. 1 was awesome, beautiful drama. Loved the villain, loved Barry. I just hated the fresh. Yeah, like everything starts off fresh. The clean slate, the origins. I'm not a big fan of origins and beginner. That's not me. I'm not a big fan of those. And season 4 at the top. I love the villains of season 1. They feel like characters created by me. Like I would put in a comic. The powers are so creative. I love the villain as well. Crisis on Earth X was pretty cool as well. So I'll give it that. And yeah, so 6 at the bottom, 5, no, 6, 2, 5, 3, 1, then 4. Okay, that's my review of season 6, guys. Thank you so very much for watching. Again, these are just my opinions, so they're completely subjective. If you do not like my opinions, or if you have something else to say about the season, please leave it down below in the comments. If you really have something good to say about the season, say it, because I would like to know what you see in it that I'm missing. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for watching. I've been Captain Phoenix, and with that, I will see you in another universe.